Good morning. Good morning. Namaskar. This is Engineer Suraj Singh speaking from Bharat, India on this day, August 11, 2021, Wednesday. Subject: quality and safety in relation to life, in relation to products, and of course, criticality of COVID-19. Title of talk being Civil Field Engineering Quality AnnexSL COVID-19 SHE Engineers Role Designs Construction Methods Contracts Organizations Communications Coordination. Why be behind quality of material, quality of procedures, quality of concrete, quality of everything. And this is continuation of talk in previous videos. Every day I find pleasure in communicating with you just to provide messages to you about quality, about engineering, about life as whole. Everybody is, of course, whoever is professional has certain pride in possessing competency certificates in profession, like I am showing to you, such other and more. Every day I share with you, and these are only few. There are many more which are academical certificates. No need showing all, just to remind, to refresh everyone that society expects something from every competent person. If you have these certificates, or like other certificates in whatever profession you are expected to be, you are considered, you are publicly accepted as competent professional, which means you have your own responsibility, your own obligation towards whole world, not only to this nation, India, Bharat, to whole world, that you have certain quality within you. Everybody of us, including myself, must have certain level of quality that is often expected and is generated as well. If we cannot do that, that's not fault of this certificate, but that's fault of individuality. Because everyone is individual, we have difference of opinions and different approaches, we have different thinking spectrum, and we have different way of life, we have different conscious levels. Some are decision makers, some are decision breakers, some are quality thinkers, and some are just thinkers. Some are interested in doing job without having much concern about quality, and some other are very much concerned about quality. Go honestly. If we do not go professionally, we commit something unwanted. You can say, in my words, that's a kind of sin. Because I know, I agree that as you sow, so you reap. You will certainly get result of whatever action you take, whatever work you do, whatever is input, it would be certainly leading to an output. Just like we say, input and output values. What shall be your performance efficiency? That is more important. And what shall be very much desirable. If you don't give quality, that is not desirable. Definition of quality can be made in number of ways, and I am not interested in giving all number of ways. Definition is devised by yourself, by myself, by work requirement, by projects, by specification, by qualifications. When I say qualification, it's significant here. Do not consider it as academical qualification or professional qualification. This qualification goes to conditional qualification of specifications or of project requirement. This word is sometimes very confusing, but it should not be confused because this is a very strict word. For example, we say these are conditions for this service or for this product. I prescribe conditions. I am party 1 and someone is party 2. That someone has to deliver to me that product which I demand, and that product should be produced, should be manufactured according to specifications that I am giving to you, or according to your own specifications if you are designer too. Both are same. Now why I say qualification? I am saying if you abide by our specifications, our project conditions, our requirements, or we accept your requirements, both are same. It depends on which type of project it is. Now something that is agreed between two, or that has certain basis for agreement, that's called original acceptance of contract. Contract is going to be accepted by two parties, by and between two parties, party 1 and party 2. This contract conditions, whichever are given to you, if you give offer based on those conditions exclusively, absolutely, without any consideration of deviation, there is no change, and you agree everything, every condition, every part of contract, whatever is demanded or requested, no change. In that case, I can say that this is unqualified offer. Contractor or bidder has given me unqualified offer, means there is no qualification. This means party who is bidding is open to do job according to whatever is included within tender documents or bid documents or project documents. But if there is certain deviation in original submission, whatever sort of deviation, it can be time tolerance or time change, it can be specification change, or it can be some other sort of submission, that additional conditions emphasized or included expressively on submissions is called qualification. Reservation, these are qualifications. If you do like this benefit shall be transferred to you. There can be such conditions. I am not saying that generally you don't find that, but an alternative submission can be given. So there will be two cases in that case. One is original submission, and what is alternative submission. I'm just giving you reference only. I'm not included this in. So you can say submission quality has been altered. Quality in submission, quality in offer, which has been now restricted to certain additional conditions. That portion is called qualified one. Generally, conditions or contracts, or you can say offer, proposals should be free of such conditions, and that's called real tender or tender complying with basic requirements. This is only difference. This qualification is that I qualify this offer provided I shall do this way or you accept this way. This is my price. Means a kind of variation in quality of submission has come into picture. That's also a part of system quality or quality system. When I say quality system, it's a big issue. Quality system is based on certain principles, and now it is 2015 ISO 9001. We have to follow those principles, but what we have to follow that ISO cannot mandate, that only system, whatever we decide device has to maintain, has to mandate what work we do, how we do, what's our product, what's our procedure. That all guidelines given on ISO 9000-2015 are required to be complied with for purpose of that certification, and that's only open and you can say. And if you say no, we have to deviate from this, then it's different. Generally we don't deviate, but we follow within our guidelines, whatever guidelines are given to us, and we devise our system. So you can say that's quality work on system itself. System of every organization itself is a part of quality. You can say that is gross quality or master quality, or you can say map quality. That's a map. Map, I'm using this term because map doesn't mean a plan or some curve based structure. Mapping is also your thoughts, your mind. You can say, just like we do mapping of certain software, certain programs, that way quality system that we map out by our writings, what we are going to do, that's also a map, and we follow that, we continuously do that. That is quality system every company has to devise and enjoy, provided it doesn't contravene guidelines or doesn't contravene requirements. It must give you requirements plus, in fact, not minus. Requirements minus is not acceptable. That quality criteria which I am talking is very different. People have to understand. Because if system is well qualified means it's drawn in a way that it leads to quality product. I think there is nothing better than that. Maybe there are conditions, but those conditions also must come under guidelines, must meet guidelines, provisions. That quality part is really wonderful. If my system leads to mandatory quality delivery of products, if it happens, well, I think we have done it. But it depends upon into which stages my quality system works and in which sequences, who are present, how they work. Yes, if it is automatic everything, that's not feasible. Yet imagine if that is automatic, certainly it would work. But we have various resources among everywhere. We have various handwritten work everywhere. We have machine written work, machine done work everywhere. So many obstructions, so many conditions come in our way for implementation of quality system, and there are chances of errors, minor errors, or you can say marginal errors during whole system. Those errors can be caused by imperfect material or defective material. Those can be caused by human errors. Those can be caused by machine errors or some other errors which we could not control all the time. Those errors are also acceptable in very limited sense, not in general. You cannot say that I produce 10 products and and one is out of order, one is not working, that is not acceptable, or two are not working, that's also not acceptable. Why 10 not working totally is a question mark. This means quality system is also lame, because we ourselves make it lame. Our errors always happen due to fatigue, due to loss of concentration, or due to wasted time. Loss of concentration means you working on machine or without machine, you are doing some job, and in between you are interrupted due to whatever reason. That interruption leads to certain error which you cannot even identify during work. If you identify and correct it, that's fine, but failure to identify leads to loss in quality of product. That loss on product gives product substandard status, and it is linked to human fatigue, it's linked to machine breakdown or machine fatigue, or it's linked to loss of concentration or loss of surveillance, loss of controls. Some kind of control did not work at that time probably. That's why this failure appeared. That's what I'm saying. Quality and safety are very significant issues in our world of engineering and even non-engineering. It's very rare, it seldom happens that people consider quality in all walks of life. Though it applies everywhere, but I'm talking of identifiable quality, where we spend money and we expect something in exchange of money delivery. Means what money you have paid, that has to give you certain delivery, and that delivery is manufactured product or else. It's everybody's understanding that we get something, but what get something, it depends on performance, because as a customer you do not know, I cannot know everything, that what is quality limitation in that, but certainly for sure performance of that product would tell me whether it was manufactured rightly or it was manufactured wrongly, or it was manufactured qualitatively or non-qualitatively. Very smart we are to understand that. Again and again I can say I have no hesitation in talking about quality, because ultimately, though it is too late, we understand lately systems and quality. Quality of reality, I am talking of. Quality of structure of material, I am talking of. Quality of material means if material is very good according to quality limitations, it should perform very good. Quality cannot be taken for granted, which we generally take. We cannot say let it do as it is or let it go as it is, why worry about this. Let it go as it is, why worry about this, is very critical statement. Means we just shed away our responsibility and leave it to its own working, and we say this is quality, then we are defined foolish. If I am qualified, well educated, competent, pragmatic, then more and more what I am, it's more and more of my duty, my responsibility, my obligation, my commitment, my liability to deliver quality, and I should feel happy in that. It's not happiness because I get some money or something else, but because I deliver something for good of everyone, or at least for good of that person who utilizes my services or my product. It brings a pleasure automatically if you comply with requirements, But complying with requirement is not that easy as I am talking. Talking is very easy, so I am doing. You must be saying talking a lot every day. Yes, talking a lot because it is required time now when people have got loss of interest in writing skills, have got loss of interest in drawings, lost of, you can say, loss of interest in detailed working. Now I notice these times, these days, everywhere, people are telephone oriented, mobile oriented. Means they spend most of their time in talking while watching videos. No harm. Mobile is meant for that purpose. It's an instrument. It's a gadget. It's meant for that purpose. You have to recognize that fact. There was a time when there people could not even think of mobile. Used to work or you get messages on landlines. There was a time it was very difficult even to contact your relatives because of lack of phones or because of non-availability of landlines. But now stage is different. Landline itself has gone its meaning, it's lost its well. Otherwise, mobile has been a medium now, medium of, speaking whatever you want to speak, send message whatever you want to send. It has limited, you can say, writing skill. People have forgotten how to write, how to read, how to do calculation work, how to do something, because you can't read books if you don't have a habit of reading books. People are generally majority of social people are interested in photographs, now selfies, this and that putting on social websites. Means how many hours we used to do in past on quality working, like writing, like thinking, like communication, like interaction. That kind of quality pieces of works for a couple of hours every day has thrashed into recycle bin of life. Cycle that I am talking of. Life itself is a cycle. Every work is a cycle. And when there is a cycle means it's like a circle. There is no end. It has no start end and it has no closer end. Means it goes on orbiting all time around south. So what I should say, quality can be filled in everywhere, or we can define my quality is this. I can myself analyze my quality and I can claim that this is my quality, or in other words you can say this is my property. This is my working property. I can do this way. That's really very, very interesting part. If I can understand that safety, health, environment, and quality both are related to each other. Both are related in case if you want quality work, you should be completely fresh, first of all, without any yawning, without any fatigue, without any loss of concentration status, and be happy first. Happiness is a part of working quality. Happiness doesn't mean laughing. It doesn't mean crying or shouting or dancing. My happiness is not that. That's entertainment. I'm not talking of entertainment. I'm talking of happy state of mind when my mind remains in custody of happiness. I'm saying custody of happiness because if you are in custody of happiness, you shall get more happiness because custody you are yourself. There is no other custodian for your happiness. You are happy, your soul is happy, your environment is happy, so it's you only who are empowered, happy maker, happy preserver, happy storekeeper. Your happiness is more important than your sadness. If you are happy mentally, physically, mind wise, you will be. That is, you know, redundant level, which you can say in engineering term, which we can say in engineering terminology as value added status, value added quality, and it relates to many factors in life. Quality that has been actually gone down, has been brought down, is been brought down, pulled down due to negligence, due to ignorance, due to misunderstanding of quality, due to, I don't know, you can say unplanned way, due to, you can say, it works attitude, it works no problem, it shall work no problem. And when you can say this phrase no problem comes into a forehead or into front of working, you start losing quality. Its impact on work. Work never says that I will not give you quality. No work says that. It is human, it is individual. Of quality. Sometimes people don't even care for health. They are also over enthusiastic in a way that they ignore requirements due to whatever reason. Sometimes we have to be tolerative. We have to tolerate in work. If we don't keep because I am there in charge, it's my duty to look after them because they have to work. If I don't look after them and they themselves don't look after themselves, certainly then we shall miss time and miss good work. Expectation. Quality is required everywhere, indeed. However, why it doesn't come in, that is general question. Again, I remind, when there was no system, anywhere there was good quality. People were interested in understanding work, in doing job, by using their skills, developing their own skills, by interactions with other peers. That's important. Now, people want everything to be done by computer. They don't want even to walk. And even they walk somewhere, they use mobile. Means they're not concerned about their own safety. Many instances were reported, have been reported, that somebody was talking on phone and train came, he was walking on track and he met accident. It happened. Loss of concentration even in walking, is very dangerous. You can meet accident, and if people in a general way talk like this, means accidents are going to happen. It is a must if we do not concentrate. And if we cannot keep ourselves safe, how can we keep work safe, material safe? I'm not going to repeat whole file of quality here. I'm just saying quality is the leader of work. If leader is defeated, whole work is defeated. Whole input is defeated. Therefore, it is basic requirement of every professional, particularly engineering professional, and of course, particularly where quality is not dependent on mechanical performance, like civil engineering. I'm very much concerned that it's such a natural engineering, you can't imagine other world. Open-end engineering, it's not closed-end engineering, researchable engineering, super engineering, means you can say that civil engineering and in itself construction engineering and design engineering are prime worlds of engineering. Such engineering works digest everything, and is really you have to understand quality aspect. If quality is absent, I can say everything is absent. If quality cannot work, I can say nothing can work. Engineers must realize quality facts, and in particular, civil engineers have to change quality aspect of society, or else quality cannot exist. Systems quality to be devised. Just some light problem. Let me go and see. Hold on, please. Some light issue is raising up. There was some problem, electric supply, no problem. What to do with that? Nothing can happen. We have to digest that. Alright, now, quality I was talking, and important quality as well, talking in. It's okay, fine. We have to understand everything that quality cannot be defined, and if we defy quality, we defy work, we defy ourselves. And without quality and without safety, nothing can work. That is true. Safety, health, and environment is very much how to energize people and how to keep them safe in work and how least energy can give best work. And safety has no compromise. Safety is a must be maintained. If we don't maintain safety, we lose something. We lose health, we lose our powers, we lose quality, because if safety is not maintained, quality cannot be maintained. There can be accidents, there can be something else. So quality also is impacted upon adversely. Quality has to be complied with defined requirements. There is no other way. No future if no quality, no present if no quality, and all past would teach you how you missed quality. Quality cannot be missed, and if it is missed means we miss ourselves. We miss business, we miss opportunity, we miss money, we miss everything. It cannot be taken for granted, but people are taking quality for granted. Your quality cannot be verified by your good offices, by your good dressing, by your good, use of vehicles, use of transport, or use of your money power. Quality has to be tested by material quality, not by your quality. It has to be tested by what you result in. That's important. Polite talking is not quality. Polite work is quality. Polite result is quality. Safe work is quality. Safe result is quality. Product should be working. It should be performing. And if you cannot give quality work, you may lose your field. You may lose your reputation. And systems should be as such. Systems should be devised as such. Quality is to be achieved and must be achieved. And if you cannot achieve quality, your system shall lead you nowhere except to destruction or deterioration, and you won't be able to reinstate that. Always quality has to be enriched, it has to be upgraded. Quality meaning is quite different here. Means whatever you have to decide and do work accordingly. Quality is a fact. Engineering is a fact. It's not a poem again, I say. Engineering is a factual world. No false circle lies in engineering. Only reality lies in engineering. Facts lies in engineering. Exploration lies in engineering. Engineering is quality education. Engineering is quality profession. If you don't deliver quality, you cannot say you engineered it. Means you engineered bad quality means bad engineering. Engineering good quality means good engineering. Because engineering itself work of mind. It's not simply physical work, it is mental work. Combination of mental work and physical work is called engineering. And if you don't apply mind, you can't get quality. I'm not talking of natural quality, I'm talking of quality that you add on to materials for new products, for mixed products. I'm talking of that quality criteria. Systems quality can be devised and achieved if one has will to achieve quality, if one has committed, if one has determination, if one has devotion, and if one has patience and tolerance, and one if thinks for nature. Because if you spoil material means you spoil natural wealth. Materials, yes, you pay for that, that's different, but you cannot generate material. You can just transpire it through exchange value, you can't make it. Can you make a stone? You can't make it. Can you make sand? You can't make it. Originally, you can't make it. You cannot say, okay, I take leaves from tree and make sand. That's not possible. And you also can say, I take sand and make leaf. You cannot do that. So these are natural products which are beyond control of humanity to make them. Even you can say, if you don't respect nature, no problem. Respect yourself. Respect what you say, what you think, what you do for this world. That shall be enough. No need for something else. Because if you preserve your working with preserved material, you will get a lot. If you do against nature, you do against yourself, because you are too a part of nature. You did not make yourself. You did not get birth because of your own efforts. You were brought to this world by someone else, whoever that is. That is same the power of nature. And you are using natural materials while you working. While in work, you use natural materials. You use natural products, and you use natural human being. I am saying natural human being. Of course, human being is natural. We can say loss of work, or you can say destruction of material, wasting material is wasting nature, and no one has got any right to waste nature. Only nature has got that right. We don't have that right. Therefore, we say that all activities, whatever we do, must be taken care of, but it does not happen. Somewhere it happens in some parts of the world, and in other parts it doesn't happen. But there are many reasons that is behind that. Human is very weak and human is very strong. Both properties human has. Those who retain or in monotonous state, there are various reasons behind that. Various reasons behind lethargy. That lethargy cannot be digested, but it happens. Human beings are lethargic. We are human beings. We sometimes are lazy, and we sometimes are very active. It happens. Our attitude keeps changing, and we are not machines. We are natural product. We feel, we have sentiments, we have morals, we have low morals too. We depend on eating, we depend on food, and we have variations of energy, varying energy, fluctuating energies. We have fluctuating minds, we have fluctuating contemplations, and we have on top of that worst property, and that is hunger for money, avaricious nature, greed nature, and those all accumulate to loss in efficiency, loss in quality, loss in opportunity, and you can say hunger for rest, hunger for sleep. These bring in various changes to our nature, and we waste time. We keep undue strains in minds, and because of that, you can say work efficiency, work performance, work quality factor all suffer. Because of occurring of these deficiencies in designs as well as in work on site, you can say, I'm not blaming one part or other, I am blaming whole system. System, if works well, it should give quality product, if works well. I cannot say that no system exists on earth where there is no quality. There are many areas where very good quality is done, quality is achieved, many places, but I am talking particularly of my own home nation, that is Bharat, India, where quality is a joke. If you talk something which people don't conventionally understand, they laugh on it. Example, I asked someone one time when I was searching for some steel fixer for my building construction. I asked for protection of steel bars. That person could not understand what I mean. I said you have to protect these bars from moisture, from rain. And that person took it very amusingly, that is as if I came from another planet in talking to him. Well, means he did not accept requirement of protection of steel. And I did not give work to that person. Because that person said he never did that in lifetime. And he did not see anywhere. Well, I'm surprised that we don't want to understand anything. It's water that spoils the steel, that corrodes it, rusts it. We have to take its care. It's like our body. Why do we wear clothes? Answer is protection from weather. Same way, we have to protect our steel because it can be adversely impacted by nature, by water, by moisture, by rain. You go and see at a site, you can find yourself. No need I force you to know it. You will find everywhere, in small or big projects whatsoever. You find steel bundles lying here on ground. Water is there around. And water, some bars are dipped in water due to daily reasons. And nobody cares for that. They do not understand rusting, they don't understand oxidation. And result is that nobody cares for that. And these are used as rusted in concrete. That's what I say. It is your attention, it is your proaction, it is your hunger for doing good job. See, you did not save anything. If you do not think of protection, of reinforcement, I'm just giving an example. It's not that only I'm talking of steel. You won't get anything. You won't save anything. And why to spoil? If I can get X years of life by very good steel, why should I get 1/3 of X years by rusted steel? Means, in fact, I'm spending more money now because life of that structure is going to be reduced because of steel rusting. So I am doing harm to my present. Certainly, when you use bad material, it will not give you enhanced life of structure. It shall come down somewhere. It shall fail. So I'm not going to talk a lot today about this. I'm going to talk on safety, that's hazards control. We were sticking yesterday hazards control, and we have gone through many long routes on this. Like, we have gone through, you can say, many we talked of start card, we talked of job hazards list, and we also talked of various activities, various disciplines that are taken care of in this. And I think we talked of something like that. Let's say talked of what? We talked of excavation, job hazard analysis, and you can say hazard analysis and control programs. Hazard analysis and control programs are together, because if you find hazard, how to control that hazard so that it doesn't impact on the work. That's meaning of hazard analysis and control program. So we talked of civil works. We have to define what's hazard in that activity and then how to handle that hazard so that it should not impact our quality system or work system or safety system. Civil works, and we talked of concreting and shuttering. We talked of, then you can say, transporting of gas, and then we can say cylinders, and we can say then gas cutting, after that grinding, welding, diesel engines, and then we can say radiography, pressure testing, cable drum handling. We studied cable pulling and cable laying, cable termination. Then we talk of material handling, which we are doing yesterday. And this is the material handling. We did about steel, and we did about manual handling it, and we did handling of steel, we did, and we did timber. Okay, now let's first do handling of steel, what it says, because this is very big requirement. Hazard is trapping injuries. Trapping injuries, falling material, manual handling, slips, trips, and falls. Says trapping injuries, falling material, manual handling, slips, trips, and falls. These are, you can say, in his steel, and the controls are personal to wear suitable gloves for steel working, footwear, and goggles when handling steel. Personal to be trained in slinging. Trained in slinging means how to raise them by crane. And banks, people or banks persons, technique in order to ensure materials are lifted in a safe manner. Suitable equipment is to be used for lifting steel work. Steel shall be stored in a designated area on wooden skid sleepers. Good housekeeping standards must be maintained in steel laydown areas in order to prevent slip and trips and fall. Tug lines should be used when lifting traveling materials by crane. Personnel not involved in steel handling operation to be kept clear off from area of work. Then we can say timber handling. I will not go into depth of that. Just means trapping injury, you can say trapping injury. It is trapping injury, slip, trip, and fall, and hand injury is very important. So control measures are, what are control measures? Personal means who have worked there with timber. Personal to wear suitable gloves, footwear when handling timber products. Timber to be nailed in order to prevent penetration of feet, penetration to feet or other parts. Denail it, remove it, parts of body and overlooking by someone. So no nail should be allowed to stay in timber, it should be taken out, otherwise it shall cause problem of penetration into foot particularly. Timber shall be stored in designated areas away from offices and other buildings. Good standards of housekeeping shall be maintained in order to prevent slips, trips, and falls. You know what is trips? Sawn wood chips, and sawdust. Pools must be removed in a timely manner to prevent accumulation of fire hazard. Sawn wood chips and sawdust. Pools must be removed in a timely manner to prevent accumulation of fire hazard. Circular saws to be fitted with raving knives and guards circular saws to be fitted with, riving knives and guards, push stick to be used for cutting of timber by circular saws, push sticks. Personnel personnel shall be instructed personnel shall be instructed on safe operation of mechanical equipment. Carpenter saw table should be well designed so that carpenters while operating electric saw do not feel tired or endangered. Industrial electrical fittings should be used for connection to electric saw. Fabrication should be numbered accordingly after one job is complete, which should then be placed at one corner for shifting to site location. All jobs so finished shall be placed with carpentry yard or shop or on site areas. You can say all jobs so finished shall be placed within carpentry yard or shop or on site areas designated as such, so that no circulation of other site workers as well as working carpenters is obstructed and makes site untidy. It says all jobs so finished shall be placed within carpentry yard or shop or on site areas designated as such, so that no circulation of either of other site workers as well as working carpenters is obstructed and makes site untidy. All pieces of sites so fabricated should be transferred to site using mechanical means to avoid injuries and also to save working time. Suggested not to crowd carpentry shop, but earliest installation of forms on site locations is always better. It's possible if you can take you may say it was timber work. This was it was hazards for the hazards for handling of timber. We go and take this. That's a page this is handling and storage, delivery, handling and storage of timber. Let's go through this and see how it works. I'll say metal. Let's say metal. Timber, this timber, you can say timber. Then it is safe handling of timber. Let's do this code of practice for safe handling of timber preservations. Let's do this also in our record so that we can talk of this. It's very important also, though timber is not in plant use, but you have to, whatever it is. Let's take care of this. So we'll save this also and then put off outside to something else. So this is delivery, handling and storage. It says timber, says this is a list size table 3 versus table 3. Let me see if there is a table 3 here. Well, let's not give, no problem. Maybe something else somewhere. I don't care if that's wrong. Good practices in delivery. Good practices in delivery, handling and storage of timber on site. Site supervisory personnel and installers should adopt these practices to ensure that timber is in good condition before installation. Now this is table here. Says good practices in delivery, handling and storage of timber. Here is delivery. One is delivery, other is handling, then storage. So adhesive and finishing coats. Then let's say now we'll do timber in delivery. It says quality of timber delivered should be similar to that of approved sample. To confirm country of origin of timber delivered by verifying shipping documents furnished by supplier.